All right. Welcome to the Unpolished live stream. Here we're going to do today P&S Absolute Rinseless Wash first trial, and I'm going to introduce you to the Project Abarth, Fiat 500 Abarth, now affectionately known as the Pastard, to match the Rice Tard moniker. So this car was bought for one specific purpose. One, I like small, stupid-looking cars. Hello. I'm not a big car person. I'm not a truck person. I'm not any of those people. I do enjoy driving small cars. My first car was a 1989 Mazda 323. If y'all must know my history, and I've had plenty of other small cars, little roller skates as my family likes to call them. This car in particular will be built to go on just built for a run on the tail of the dragon, which is something that's on my bucket list of things to do in my life. So I feel like I had to have the right car to do that with. Sorry. And this angry little go-kart is the right choice. So it is a 2016 500 Abarth with 60,000 miles that I bought off of Carvana, sight unseen. Manual transmission, really fun and hilarious to drive. Never had a small car with as much power as this one has. So it does strange things to me, but that's just something I'm not used to. But coming up, I'm fixing to start an entire series on not only modifying this car to run on the tail of the dragon in Tennessee. I am located in Katy, Texas. For those of you that don't know where Katy, Texas is, just think of West Houston, Texas, and you're there. So, I've got quite a few parts so far. I'm still kind of gathering stuff so I can start the video series. I've already put another shift knob on it. I already made a how-to video for that. You may have seen a few little things here and there of this car from me, but you can see that I did that race engineering shift knob adapter, and shift knob. There will be a short shifter going in there at some point to get rid of the slop that most stock shifters have. But this will be, for all intents and purposes, basically a suspension only build. We're going to do a few bolt-ons to the engine. It is 160 horsepower turbocharged 1.5 or 1.4 liter, I should say. It's basically just going to be intake, exhaust, and a front mount intercooler. We'll upgrade the lighting. I'll do coilovers. I've got wheels waiting for it inside the house. And I will have, I'm just waiting on tires, coilovers, and the front mount so we can get started. The rest of it is sitting over here. Like right here, we have the New Speed exhaust, which I'm not really changing anything on the exhaust. I'm just going from a dual exit to a single exit, basically. And then if I can get some of this junk out of the way here, y'all know that I do detail for the most part, but we're going to have car content. There's all kinds of, it's fixing to go through a round of maintenance. So I've got the oil for the oil change, gear oil for the transmission. There is an intake in here. You got to remember, it's a tiny little car. I've got a bunch of new stuff to go on there that needs to be changed out. And then at the same time, at some point, I will be bringing this car to Greg over at Underground Graphics to wrap the roof in a gloss bronze. The new wheels are Koenig decagrams in bronze. They're 16 by 8, so I'm getting rid of the 17 by 7s in favor of more sidewall because I do not like 205 40 17 tires. I am just not a fan of that size. It's just too little sidewall. So that's it. After the roof is wrapped, we'll go through a complete polishing series. I've already taken off all of the factory Abarth stickers on the side and the ones that came on the hood. Those have been removed. I figured out, sorry, that this car has probably been wrecked in its past. Over there on the passenger side, I'll make a video going over that because in all my experience, cars will tell you a tale if you let them. And this car told me the Carfax from Carvana was clean. It doesn't look to be a really major hit on this car, but it's definitely been repainted here on this fender, maybe part of the front bumper. The bumpers don't match on pearl white cars in general, so don't really worry about that too much. Fiat was notorious for having the bumpers not match, but this fender definitely and this door definitely were repainted at some point. Just to give you a little bit of insight into how I may know that, there is a door edge guard on the other side, and there is a door edge guard right here that whoever did the work failed to take off the entire door edge guard because it is not on this side. The vinyl was different down here on the bottom. It was a cheaper vinyl than the factory vinyl was on this side. But you can see here how that door edge guard goes over to the other side and we get the same look underneath. So something has happened to this car in the past. I'll make a video going over that, how I figured that out in total and what to look for in the future. Just in case people are buying used cars, I know that right now the used car industry, used car values, everything is just a hot mess, and I got tired of waiting for things to either come down or do whatever they're going to do. So I just bought a car, something that I've always wanted to own, and then we will get after modifying and taking this to Tail of the Dragon in Tennessee. So that's it for now on the updates on the introduction of the car. Yes, I did take that rear wiper off. All rear wipers need to die. If you don't believe in that, I really don't care. So today we're just gonna wash this with a rinseless wash. It's called P&S Absolute Rinseless Wash. This stuff right here. It is supposed to be a really, really, really good rinseless wash. Just for a little background from the last time this car was washed, it's probably been maybe 2 weeks since the last time I washed this thing, and it was pretty dirty. And it is pretty dirty now. So let's get after washing this. I don't have too much time until the customer comes to pick up his Mustang, which is right outside. But it's already mixed in here. It's supposed to be just one bucket, which I'm not worried about 2 buckets now. The car is not corrected, nor is it coated. And the paint is pretty much trashed. So here we have, it's mixed right at, or a little around 256 to 1 with water, and it's supposed to act as a water softener. And We're just gonna get started on the cleaning process. Let me see if I can set you guys up with a decent shot here. So there's been a couple of rainstorms since the last time this car was washed. It gets driven every single day pretty much. So rinseless wash is literally just a wipe, or you can spray if it's heavily soiled, which I have that same 256-to-1 in this IK spray bottle. You can spray and let it bond and let it emulsify into whatever heavy dirt is there, and then rinse it, and then or just wash it with the mitt, and then you immediately take the drying towel to it, which today I'm using a Rag Company gauntlet. If you don't have any gauntlets in your life, you need to get some right now. Stop watching. Just go buy a Rag Company gauntlet. They are that good. So we're gonna start by shaking this up. We're gonna start with the root and just kind of work our way around. What this is doing is it's bonding to any dirt that's up there. And basically separating it from the panel so that it does not cause any kind of marring. And you take that same solution in your bucket. Like you would normally. So the key here is, we're working in small sections, but again, you gotta remember this is a very small car. Don't get after me about that. So flip the mitt over, move on to the next section. No scrubbing, we're just moving the mitt back and forth. Drying towel, and you dry just like normal. It does genuinely feel pretty good. It is pretty slick. It does feel like there's some good lubrication there. That you're not marring the crap out of everything. Even with just a one bucket wash. This car is covered in Ammo NYC Reflex Pro sealant at the moment with their actual coating. The actual ceramic coating will be the full line of CarPro C-Quartz UK MK 3.0 Gliss Deluxe on the wheels and Deluxe on the trim, and Reload as the maintainer. So, well, I should have done the hood. Even as I'm spraying this on here, it is pulling stuff off this panel pretty good. The spray is only meant for heavy soil conditions. So it's not that bad. So far, so good. This stuff seems to be working really, really well. Which I do generally hope that things work as advertised for the most part. So that was pretty good. Let's see just how well it does on the rear end with no spray this time. Again, process may be a little different for me just for peace of mind, but this is how I understand it's supposed to be used at the moment. But the car is also not corrected and coated yet, so I'm not incredibly worried about paint condition, because the paint on this car, even though it's white, it's really hard to tell when it's on the camera. It is pearl, metallic, white, whatever you want to call it. On camera, the paint condition is fantastic. In real life, we're not close to fantastic. it's not like the car has necessarily been mistreated so much, but the previous owner obviously spent a lot of time in automatic drive-through tunnel washes and car washes, stuff like that. It's very easy to tell from initial paint inspections of this car. Alright, y'all, we are so far really damn good. Let's get the passenger side and the front bumper done. Time we'll do even just a lighter mist of this. Just to see how well it does without using so much. Doing a wash like this, I can really kind of, it's going to sound strange, I can kind of get to know the paint and get to know some of the spots that I may struggle with whenever I do the correction on it. I can get to know places I need to spend a little bit more time. Stuff is really good. For some reason y'all want to try, or if you've ever been on the fence about trying rinseless wash, this may be your day. I've always been kind of on the fence about it myself. I just prefer to do the regular foam cannon wash, but it gets harder because I do work a day job and I detail cars, so it gets harder on me for timing, especially if I'm gonna do like just a quick wash to one of my own cars. Maybe don't trust it just yet for a customer's car, but we'll see. I actually think that doing this on a ceramic coated car would be fantastic from what I've seen so far. And y'all are learning with me. I think that for those of you that are interested care, this may be your deal. Because here we are, 20 minutes into this. And I'm just about wrapped up with the paint. I still got to stop and do just a quick clean to the wheels. Not a big deal. But as far as paint, all the other surfaces go, this thing is pretty much done. And I've been taking my time trying to just kind of learn right along with y'all. I don't hide anything from y'all. I don't hide anything from my customers. Keeping cars clean is not necessarily easy. I do enjoy detailing, so it's a little bit different for me. I've always kept my cars clean in one way or another, and it's always been a learning process. It hasn't always been the best process, but you just learn as you go. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty impressive. I think this is going to be way more impressive once this car is actually ceramic coated. I think this will be way better. Car is clean. Aside from maybe a few struggle spots that I need to address in the future. But I think this is just deeper contamination. Oh yeah. All right. So I'd give that a solid 8 or 9 out of 10, maybe 8.5 out of 10, just to split the average here. But man, that is pretty good for a rinseless wash. And I've used O&R, I've used waterless washes. O&R is still pretty good, but I was just never that confident in it enough to do it on a regular basis. I still use O&R pretty often. But this P&S Absolute may be the switch here. So that's it. Nothing to it but to do it here. Doesn't look like I've added any kind of marring to it. Looks like it did what it was supposed to. Encapsulated the dirt, dragged it off the panel, and let me just wipe it away. In case y'all have been wondering, this is Space Lo-Fi Live on YouTube. So that's it. That's the introduction to P&S Absolute. That is the introduction to the Tail of the Dragon project car, 2016 Fiat 500 Abarth with 60,000 miles, bought off of Carvana. That has probably been wrecked, but has a clean Carfax. We will go over that later. That's it, y'all. I will see y'all on the next video. I'll try to do a live stream once a week, maybe twice a week, just depending on how busy I am. We'll be working on customer cars. We'll be working on my own cars. Fixing to do a pretty heavy wash to the rice tard coming up here pretty soon. But yeah, generally that's pretty much it. I'm gonna try to post more content now that I'm back in the garage and back to detailing. And I will see y'all on the next video. Now I want everybody to get the hell out of my damn garage. Junction Auto out.